I'm suffering from a character crisis. I want to give every character a chance at becoming my main. This time, I tried out a top tier with one of the worst reputations in the game. Out of all the characters in Smash, Min Min was the one I was least looking forward to play as. But after giving Min Min a chance to become my main, I realized that she is actually far more honest than I ever could have expected. Min Min was the 7th DLC character to be added to the game, and was the first character to be included in DLC Pack 2. DLC Pack 1 did a great job of introducing new characters to Smash, keeping them relatively balanced with the rest of the cast. While some of them were powerful, none of them felt like they were breaking the fundamental rules of Smash. That all changed with Min Min though. She comes from the game ARMS, which was Nintendo's brand new take on a fighting game with a completely original IP. However, ARMS is a strange fighting game. Instead of tossing Hadoukens at each other, you're literally throwing hands from opposite sides of the arena. And even in a game that's built for long-range combat, Min Min was still considered a distance demon. So naturally, when she was added to Smash Bros., she was given the most reach out of any character in the game. By far. Byleth, who was added just a few months before Min Min and wields a spear, doesn't even come close to how far Min Min can hit you. It's not like she's just hitting you once either. She can get full-blown combos from the other side of the screen. And even if you wanted to camp her out with projectiles, she also comes equipped with a reflector. Min Min set the tone for what DLC Pack 2 would do to competitive Smash Ultimate. Meta-defining characters who challenge the rules of Smash. Well, except you guys. Min Min has been considered a great character ever since she was added to the game. We first got a glimpse of her potential in the hands of Proto Bonham, who went on a hot streak in 2022 with her as a dual main alongside Lucina. In the first official tier list, she was ranked as the 16th best character, and every tier list since then has her ranked higher than the year before. And in 2026, the best player in the world, Dora Migi, uses her as a solo main. But if you were anything like me when Min Min released in 2020, you didn't see her as a complex character with deep layers to her gameplay. She was a pain in the ass that you couldn't approach, especially after she rams the router. It's not like we haven't had characters that can kill you from across the screen before, but Min Min felt different. Tools that are normally great at dealing with zoning don't work when our arms don't count as projectiles. A lot of people like to compare Min Min to Dhalsim from Street Fighter, which makes sense. Both characters have long arms that can hit you a whole screen away. But whenever this comparison is brought up, it's specifically to mention how Dhalsim's arms still have a hurt box that you can hit. Min Min doesn't, and that adds to the frustration that comes with fighting this character. You'll spend a minute or more getting swatted away while trying to approach, and a lot of characters just don't have the right tools to fight this playstyle. Add on to the fact that she costs $5.99 to play as, and it's understandable why most players would label her as a dishonest character. At least, this is how I felt before maining Min Min. I can't speak for the entire Smash player base, but from personal experience, no other character has made me more frustrated than the Noodle Woman. Except for Terry. I hate that guy. I hate Terry! I hate Terry! Ah! It felt like no matter what I did, Min Min would have an answer to how I wanted to get in. But would it be different if I was the one using her? How do you aim that thing? Like that, I guess. To be honest, I really wasn't looking forward to playing as her. I felt like Min Min is lame, campy, and worst of all, she doesn't play like any other character in Smash. Min Min was one of my least played characters overall, because I just did not enjoy seeing her on the screen. But my patrons get to choose who is next, and I do want to give her a genuine chance at becoming my main. I'm serious. One of my patrons bought arms for me, and I literally made ramen from scratch to help me appreciate this character. So let's dig a little deeper. Why do I feel like Min Min is such a lame character? Well, she doesn't really have any special moves, does she? Min Min does not feel like any other Smash character because she is the only character in the game to have the A or B button correspond to a different arm. In fighting games like Tekken, this is par for the course, but in Smash, not even Kazuya plays like this. What this means for Min Min is that if you're using her dragon arms, it's the same move whether you're pressing the A button or B button. Her F tilt, F smash, and fair are the same as her side special. Every other Smash character gets a wide moveset with each direction and button combination leading to a different outcome. But that's not the case with Min Min, and as a result, many of her attacks look the same. The upside to this is that each arm is controlled independently, and unless you throw out a smash attack, you're free to use the other arm whenever you feel like. But with her breaking the rules of Smash in this way, it makes her feel weird to play as if you're not used to it. While she may not have a unique neutral or side special, down B gives her all the utility she needs. Her right arm has 3 different options to choose from, each with their own strengths and weaknesses. Dragon arm is what her left arm is always stuck with, and it has the longest reach out of any move in the game. If you charge a smash attack before letting go or successfully land a grab, the laser will even become stronger. However, you'll rarely see Min Min mains using double dragon arm, since her left arm covers most use cases, as well as being the arm that gets powered up when you throw the opponent. Megawatt is a lot slower, and covers much less distance than dragon arm, but makes up for it by hitting like a truck. As fun as it is to hit someone with a fully charged Megawatt, this arm is also admittedly used less the better you get at Min Min. I got coached by Rister Mice, a fellow content creator and someone who mains Min Min, and he did a great job of explaining how you should use Megawatt.
You should bring out Megawatt about 30% later than your instinct tells you to.
Okay.
Because those are the sort of percents where, like, 130 to 140-ish, those are the percents where F-tilt will start killing, like, even center stage, where Nair is guaranteed to kill. And the more you just have it out before that point, like, if you get greedy with it, it's just, like, it'll get stale and it won't kill, and you're just, like, always better off in neutral. It's kind of like Pyro.
And if you're interested, you can watch more of the coaching session over on his YouTube channel. He was really helpful and taught me a lot about Min Min. Thanks again, Rister Mice. I've saved the best arm for last because Ram Ram is what you'll want your right arm to be 90% of the time. It's incredibly important for her kit for several reasons. It's her fastest arm and is one of her best out-of-shield options. It's an integral part of her combo game, but most important of all is the space it covers when you throw it out. Ram Ram doesn't just cover a horizontal line like the other arms do. It will also cover some vertical space while it retracts. This is fundamental to Min Min's neutral, since one of the ways she can lose ground is if an opponent can get past her arms. Let's talk about her neutral for a moment. Neutral, for those who haven't heard the concept before, is when both players are on equal footing. Neither one has hit the other, and neutral ends as soon as someone gets hit and put in disadvantage. Naturally, when you have moves that can hit them from another zip code, neutral is weighted in Min Min's favor. Most characters in the game prefer to fight up close, and the 3 ways they can get to Min Min are either by shielding, jumping past, or hitting the arms before they become active. With 2 independent arms, you have many different ways you can stop them from approaching you. Mixing up the timings of when you throw out an arm and staying mobile is critical to playing as her. But if you throw your second arm before the first one has time to retract, or you hard commit to an F smash that gets parried, you're in trouble. Because here's the thing. If you ever lose neutral as Min Min, you'll probably die for it. Min Min may be a top tier, but she has one of the worst disadvantage states in the game. You have to be pretty bad to be worse than DDD. She is the ideal height and weight for getting comboed and has the literal worst air acceleration in the game. This makes it really hard for her to escape getting juggled, and her recovery leaves a lot to be desired. Her out-of-shield options are kind of slow, so if they can get past the range you like to play at, it suddenly becomes way more awkward for the Min Min player. Here's the secret about being a good Min Min player. You have to be good at Smash Bros in order to play Min Min well. Understanding what your opponent wants to do and countering it is fundamental to fighting games, and Min Min comes from a fighting game. Min Min gets to do it from much further away than every other character, but the trade-off is that you can't afford to make any mistakes. And at the top level, anytime a Min Min player lets their guard down, they're going to explode for it. Doramigi became the best player in the world not because he was abusing a dishonest character, but because he understands what the opponent wants to do better than anyone else. But can I show my understanding of Smash by entering a tournament with Min Min?
Before that, though, you want to know what goes great with a cup of ramen? Today's sponsor, 4XP Gaming Drink. Usually when I'm up late playing in tournaments, I like to drink a little caffeine to keep my focus sharp. But most gaming drinks come loaded with so much caffeine that I'm still buzzing when I head to bed. 4XP Drink Mix is trying to fix that by providing a product that can still give you the boost you need without crashing into the next day. It has the same amount of caffeine that you'd get from a can of soda, but with a quarter of the calories and sugar.
And for the rest of April, you can get the Pro Starter Kit that comes with a shaker and a variety pack for only $15. So check out the link in the description below if you want to get started with leveling up your game.
Thank you to 4XP for sponsoring today's video, and now, let's get back into the tournament.
I decided to enter the Wi-Fi bracket Midnight Mashers to see how my Min Min would do in a competitive setting. My first opponent was Brick, who started off with Aegis. Aegis is obviously an incredible character, but when it comes to the Min Min matchup, it's hard to say who has the advantage. Mithra is fast enough to get in on Min Min and keep her in disadvantage, but if Min Min ever gets Aegis off stage, it's really tough for them to recover. And the 2-frame that Min Min can get on their up B is particularly deadly. So much so that my opponent decided to switch from their top tier to a low tier in King DDD.
They're playing DDD? Okay, not ready for that. But hey, I just played DDD, so I'm ready for this.
And I would know just how bad this character is, given that I mained him myself for my last video.
The thing I learned about playing DDD, he loses every matchup in the game. That being said, you still should not underestimate him. Yep, that's why.
But DDD was much more problematic for me to deal with.
The DDD's working, oh no.
After easily edgeguarding Aegis, I suddenly found myself becoming the easy character to edgeguard, and with a dumb mistake, Brick is able to take it to game 3.
DDD is actually really good at attacking from the angle that I'm bad at. Oh no. Uh-oh.
I decided to counterpick to Pokemon Stadium, since the wider stage should give me the advantage in neutral. But Brick kept catching my tethers to the ledge, and I struggled to kill him in return. On paper, there should be no reason why I'm losing to a DDD, but my unfamiliarity with Min Min leads to my downfall, and Brick is able to take the set.
How do you beat this character? I can't believe I'm saying that about DDD. That's... yeah. Yeah. I handily beat Pyra and Mithra, but I lost to DDD? What?
But it's double elimination, which means I'm in the loser's bracket now, and if I lose my next set, I'm out of the tournament. I get a bye, which leads me into my next opponent, Dwarfpilled. Based off the username, it's pretty easy to guess who my next opponent was going to play as. Ganondorf is widely considered the worst character in the game, and Min Min is among the best, so surely I'd win this matchup easily. Ganon has to be one of the characters that struggles the most at winning neutral against Min Min, but given that I just lost against a DDD, the tier list hardly seemed to matter at this point. If I played Min Min correctly, Dwarfpilled should never get a chance to get in or even recover. Except that I wasn't playing Min Min correctly. In order to win as Min Min, you need to win neutral over and over again, and never give your opponent a chance to get in, because once you do, it's very easy for the tides to turn in their favor. Dwarfpilled takes game 1, and even with me playing game 2 much more slowly, I'm still unable to take his stock past 180%, and I lose the set, knocking me out at 33rd out of 76.
Failure. Final results.
Min Min is undoubtedly a top tier, but I can no longer say that she doesn't require skill. Yes, being able to attack from the other side of the stage is uniquely powerful among Smash characters, but if you don't understand how to keep them at the edge of your arms at all times, it can become very difficult to play as her. Something else I personally struggled with while playing as Min Min was finding kills. Sometimes I could get a quick 0 to death without even thinking about it, but other times I'd be nickel and diming my opponent to 188%. I found it difficult to commit to using smash attacks as hers since they leave my other arm completely useless until I finish the animation. Megawatt is amazing for getting kills, but it's very hard to use without leaving yourself vulnerable. And even though Dora Miki has proven that her edge guarding is excellent, I'm not him, and I couldn't find those offstage stocks that easily. If I spent more time playing as Min Min, I'm sure that she'd become more comfortable to play as. Part of the reason I struggled with maining her is because she doesn't feel like your typical Smash character. But I appreciate that Smash is able to have characters with a wide variety of playstyles, and experimented with something new in Min Min. And now I have much more respect for the people who do main Min Min, because now I understand what happens to you if you aren't good at keeping them out. My Min Min could still use a lot more work, but I have over half the cast left to try out as my main. And if you want to help decide who I get to play next, please check out my Patreon, where you'll get access to my private Discord, as well as more voting power on each and every poll. And for my next main, they decided to go with the tactician themselves, Robin. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Finally, I just want to thank my patrons one more time. I put a lot of time and effort into these videos, and your support genuinely means the world to me. It means a lot that people financially support me to make this little YouTube series. I'd like to give a special shout out to Dr. Pepper, Ruby Roo, Scuba Doo, and Wordy Wordy for your continued support. Thank you.